Is it?
Well, let's find out. I did a little digging. Turns out a lot more went down on October 24th than you might think. Some pretty major turning points, actually.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to be surprised. Hit me with it. What did you uncover?
All right, so buckle up. We're going to do a little time traveling. And you know me, I love a good timeline. So let's start way back. Ready for this? 1929.
Okay, 1929. That rings a bell.
The Roaring Twenties, right?
Exactly. Jazz age, flappers, the whole shebang. But under the surface, things were, well, a little shaky, financially speaking.
Shaky how? Like people spending too much on fancy cars and cocktails? More like wild speculation in the stock market. Lots of folks buying stocks with borrowed money. And not everyone was sharing in the prosperity. Income inequality was a huge issue, kind of a recipe for disaster, you could say.
And I'm guessing that disaster has something to do with October 24th.
You bet. October 24th, 1929. Black Thursday, the day the U.S. stock market crashed. Hard.
Oof, that's got to be a bad day. But like, beyond the obvious panic, how did that one event actually change things long term?
I mean, it triggered the Great Depression, so there's that. But it also changed how people thought about the economy, about capitalism itself.
You mean they realized it wasn't all sunshine and roses?
Pretty much. It became clear that unfettered capitalism with no safety nets could be devastating. Black Thursday led to huge changes. Government regulations, social programs, the whole New Deal.
Makes sense. Okay, so one date, massive ripple effect. What else did you find?
All right, jumping ahead a bit now. We're landing in 1945. World War II has just ended.
Yeah, I remember from history class, everyone wanted to make sure something like that never happened again.
Right. There was this feeling that the old ways, the old systems had failed. They needed something new to prevent another global catastrophe. And on October 24th, 1945, the United Nations officially came into being.
Ah, the UN. Huge organization, but like, what were they actually hoping to achieve?
Peace, basically. Cooperation between nations. A forum to resolve conflicts diplomatically instead of through war.
Lofty goals. Did it work?
Well, it's complicated. The UN has definitely had its successes, peacekeeping missions, humanitarian aid, but it's also been hampered by, global politics.
Yeah, can't really escape that, can you? Okay, so we've got economic upheaval, we've got international cooperation. What was the last stop on our October 24th tour?
Let's go to 1975.
Iceland.
Picture this, over 200,000 women basically shutting down the entire country.
Whoa, why? What was going on?
It was called Women's Day Off, a massive strike. Women stopped working both paid and unpaid jobs to show just how essential they were to society.
That's powerful. What were they demanding?
Equal rights, basically. Equal pay, access to education, childcare, you name it. It was a huge moment for the feminist movement, not just in Iceland, but globally.
So 3 very different events, all happening on the same day. It really is amazing how history unfolds, isn't it?
Totally. And it makes you think, could any of these things have gone differently? What if the stock market hadn't crashed? What if the UN hadn't been formed? What if those Icelandic women hadn't taken a stand?
It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but with the fate of the world at stake.
Exactly. And the crazy part is, this is just one date. Imagine all the other hidden stories waiting to be discovered on every other day of the year.
Well, that's definitely something to ponder. And hey, if you're listening and you've got a date in mind that you want us to dig into, hit us up. We're always up for a deep dive into the mysteries of history.
Absolutely. You never know what you might find.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.
Smash that like button.
Please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to
HistorianKid channel.
Catchy. We hope you enjoyed this dive into history. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. Your support helps us bring history to life every day. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next episode. What lesser-known historical figures do you think